Dear Sri Bhagavan, how to understand the rituals?
Yes, the rituals are meant more for the Jnanamaya Kosha. This was for Vijnanamaya Kosha. This is for Jnanamaya Kosha. This is meant to address your unconscious. The unconscious, I told you, is 2 million times more powerful than the conscious mind. This Vijnanamaya Kosha comes under normal consciousness. But this Jnanamaya Kosha comes under the unconscious, which is 2 million times more powerful. That is the one which gives you the experiences, the states, and all that. That cannot be given by the conscious mind. It's the unconscious which does it. And the unconscious does not understand language. The unconscious understands rituals. Rituals are understood differently by the unconscious than what you think it is. Of course, we are not taking time to explain all those things. So, as you hear the sounds, as you see the visions, and the chanting, and this and that, so many things are going on. They are meant for the unconscious. Rituals means unconscious. So, the conscious can sometimes be a nuisance when it gives comments on the ritual. Ritual, you just sit there and participate, that's all. Nothing more. The mind should not be giving some commentary there. That's unwarranted. Later on, it can give some commentary for you to understand. But then during the ritual, you only participate. You have to jump, you jump. Sit. That's all. Do this, do that, do that. It's purely meant for the unconscious, not just your unconscious. It's also a message to the collective unconscious, depending on the ritual, from where things are cleared up for you. That's when you get the experiences, the states, and all those things. Rituals are very powerful. In olden times, it was extremely powerful. As the yugas come down, the effect of the rituals comes down. Now, as the yugas are going to come back, now as Satya Yuga is coming back, it is also there now. Kali Yuga is also there. Satya Yuga is also there. Both are there. They're running parallel now. So you'll find also rituals also gaining power now. So throughout human history, all cultures have had rituals. There's no single culture which has not had rituals. That is what the ancients had given. Very, very powerful they are. And as people, what is required to get the power of the ritual is, you must understand that everything is consciousness. So in Sakti Yuga, you're going to see everything is consciousness. You have brinjal, your consciousness, brinjal is consciousness, and the act of eating is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. And as it comes down to Treta and then Dwapara, and then finally to Kali Yuga, it drops down. Now it's all a scientific viewpoint, cause and effect. So when you look at things very differently, you look at a table is a piece of wood, unconscious piece of wood. So anything you see, but that is not the way they looked at it. Even a piece of table was conscious. And they would talk to the table and say, move. The table would move. Because the perception of the table is different. But if you say move, nothing will move. So that's not your concept of the table. It's only but a dead wood. But for others, it's different. So even now there are people who are having that kind of consciousness. That's how miracles they were performed those days. So it is a question of consciousness. So if you simply know right now, it is some very ancient things have worked very powerfully, and just participate. You want the results, that's all. You'll get it. But you say, how will fire work? How will the chanting work? Or what is all this kind of stuff? The mind gets involved. Effect is dramatically reduced. Because you're coming from a wrong perception. You're coming from the perception of science. Science is very limited. But when you see all that is consciousness, sitting where you are, you can go to any planet or some other galaxy also you can visit. But you need a change of consciousness for that. You don't need rockets or the spacecraft. So that is what rituals. Rituals are very, very powerful.